Hello everyone, Ryan here. So this month, fellow booktubers Todd the Librarian and Dane Reads are having a ReadAthon. I believe it's called the Indie ReadAthon. And what they're doing is, I guess they're planning on reading a bunch of different books from independent authors. So I wasn't really expecting this, but when I came across this announcement video thing that they did, they each did their own. And so Todd the Librarian, he, I guess, is currently reading one of my novels, which is titled Awareness, and which is pretty cool. By the way, Todd, thanks again for purchasing the paperback copy of it. That's awesome. I mean, I pretty much all but given up on really just writing anything else for the foreseeable future. But anyways, I do appreciate it, and so I don't recall all the details of the readathon that they're doing. But if you want to know the details, I'll provide links to where you could check it out, where they both talk about it. And so what I wanted to do is, because my novel Awareness, it is available in paperback, you can purchase your own copy, but it's also available in eBook form on this site called smashwords.com. And I do believe it's available in PDF format, also EPUB, and also Mobi, I believe. And possibly like 2 other formats as well. So but what I want to do is for this readathon for like the next month or so, I decided to make the ebook version of it available for free. That's right, absolutely free. So that way, if you want to participate in this readathon, or even if you just want to just check out my novel, I suppose the main reason why I decided to offer it for free is, first, it's definitely very experimental. It's, when I wrote it, I was in kind of a weird state of mind. This was like way before I even started doing anything with YouTube or BookTube, or really before I was barely like getting familiar with social media in general. And so I had very little contact with a lot of people. Other than my immediate family and some close friends, and but anyways, I digress. So yeah, and then I was feeling kind of frustrated because I had come to a point where I had already, prior to writing Awareness, I had written several other things and self-published a lot of other things, and I had been rejected by something like 20 publishers and 25 literary agents, and not that I was like really getting my hopes up on anything, but there was maybe like a couple publishers that I was somewhat hoping that they would have been interested in my work, because these were like 2 publishers that I knew. They had published a lot of like much more obscure stuff in the past, so I figured they would have at least been open to publishing something of mine, like even if it was just a couple stories in like one of their anthologies or something. But no, they passed on it. And so yeah, anyways, I mean, it was just, when I wrote this, so then eventually I decided that I would just write whatever the hell I wanted to, no matter how experimental it ended up being. So I did that, and then over the course of like another 2 years or so, that's when I wrote Awareness. So I mean, it's hard for me to like accurately describe what Awareness is about. There is a main character, and I would say he doesn't really have a name, although I do believe there might be like a couple mentions here and there of what his name could be. But essentially, it's kind of like the main character or main protagonist. He travels into the future, or rather what he believes to be the future, and then he struggles with accepting his own limitations. He struggles with accepting how quickly, I guess, for him, reality has seemed to change. And so it takes him a while to adjust to his surroundings, everything around him. Even though, again, it's not necessarily that he's a time traveler, but I mean, I don't want to give away too much of it, but so because of that, there's a lot of parts in it, passages which could easily be considered deeply poetic and very experimental. I'll just leave it at that. And then, of course, I mean, and then he does interact with other characters here and there, but ultimately, that's just that's like the very like basic. I mean, I don't know how else to describe it. That's the gist of what it's about. But anyways, it's better if to just check it out for yourself, read it for yourself, And also too, hey, I figure if you actually read my novel Awareness and review it, if you want to review it, I'd say definitely go for it, review it. But do be kind. And I mean, no, I'm not expecting everybody to like it, because yeah, it's one of those, I never considered it being, I mean, just when I wrote it, I didn't have in mind that, oh yeah, I'm going to write this and then everybody's going to love it, blah, blah, blah. And no, it's just something that I wanted to write, and I wrote it, and, I'm glad I wrote it, even though now, like after some years have passed since I wrote it, every time I go back and read through it, there's a lot of stuff that even I don't remember writing. But yeah, I don't know. Well, it's, again, if you want to read it, check it out, And also too, I decided, if whoever, if you end up liking it, reviewing it, or if even if you don't like it, but you still review it, I'll definitely appreciate it. And then what I'll also do is I'll go ahead and give you a shout out in the acknowledgments page of my next novel, which I have been working on for a while. I kind of took a long break from it, but now I'm back to it. So, yeah, and unfortunately I don't have any physical copies, so it'll take me a while to get my hands on that, to get my hands on more physical copies. But otherwise, if you want, if you do prefer a physical copy, I'll provide a link to where you can purchase a physical copy. But you don't, I'm not saying that, I'm not going to beg you to purchase it, or, That's why I'm offering it for free as an ebook form. So, but yeah, anyways, I've rambled on long enough. So that's it. And I'll provide all the links down below. You can go check it out. Whatnot. So thanks for listening. Thanks for watching this. And as always, for next time, don't forget, keep it real, keep on rocking, and peace.